Okay, so we're back today talking with Angela Blaha about the Akash. And just before the break, Angela, I was moving more toward, our listeners are probably just chomping at the bit because they want to know what their life purpose is. And that's what you spoke to in the beginning, was about life purpose. And so I asked the question, is when you go to the Akash and get a life purpose, is it just what's for the now, or are you going to get this multi-dimensional, layered answer?
If your expansion is still in 3D energy, you will get a life purpose. If your expansion is out into 5D, 6D, 8D, 42nd D, doesn't really matter, you will get multi-dimensional purposes and multi-layered purposes.
And would they all be delivered in that one session, do you think, or is that something that comes over time that gets revealed to you?
Well, if there's a choice to be made, it will be revealed over time.
Okay.
But if it's just a knowingness, then it will probably come in one session. Or you can just ask for it. Just say, well, you can just do a writing meditation, right? Where you just allow the soul to come through and you ask, what's my life purpose? Or what's my purpose in this moment? What's my purpose for 2016?
Those are really good things to say, because I get this sense, like, for example, if you ask me what is my life purpose, I would probably hem and haw and stammer and go, I don't know. But inside of me is a sense that I know what my life purpose is, but maybe I just can't name it exactly.
Well, exactly.
So do you know what it is, Janet?
What
your life purpose is?
Well, I get a sense that I'm here to teach and to inform, but not necessarily, that doesn't quite get it totally.
So what do you teach and what do you inform about?
People, my favorite saying is know thyself. I'm an astrologer. I do astrology and human design readings, and that, to me, it's not about what's going on in your life. It's, knowing yourself. That's what I really feel like is my role, is to open people up to knowing who they truly are.
So could it be that your life purpose is knowing who you are as Janet?
Oh, now you just gave me goosebumps.
Force energy at goosebumps. Yay.
Que posible, right? Come on. That makes perfect sense. And maybe that's why I can't hone in on exactly one life purpose, because it feels like I don't really know myself yet, but I'm in the process of doing that.
Or maybe knowing yourself as a multidimensional person is really the life purpose.
Oh.
So that way you don't have just one purpose. You didn't come here with one thing to know and understand. You came here with multiple things to know and understand.
It feels to me, Angela, like putting pieces together, like maybe from multiple experiences across multiple lifetimes and reassembling them in a different way, a different whole.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that gives me chills on the left side. Oh, okay. So
see how that just opened up?
Yeah, that's cool. That is very cool. And guys, I'm usually very grounded. This is not my usual way to go. Although, I'm sort of woo-woo at times, but I am able to experience things in a way sometimes that just keeps me very grounded in the planet, and being able to pass that information on to people. So if I can do it, anybody can do it, is essentially my point.
Absolutely.
Right. If I can access this, so can you.
Because the energy is almost instantaneous. We sort of judge people who can do things instantaneously, but it's available to everyone. It's not just certain people. And it's like manifesting. Manifesting has opened its doors, and you can ask for, all you have to do is ask for it. You have to vibrationally, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually align with that, but other than that, you can have it instantaneously.
Yeah. It's fascinating. I wanted to go back to something I didn't read in your bio out loud, which was that you embody 2 councils of light beings. One you just said was the mothers, maybe?
Yes.
Is that one of them? Who are the other beings that you are aligned with?
Well,
or that you embody, I guess I should.
The other council of light beings are, they're very light. They do have a spokesperson who they call Ong. It's Aung, and who also works with the mothers. And so there is multidimensional information coming in with each one of my readings or anything that I do. So, and it's all accessed through them because they are like so loving and caring, and they just want you to be who you came here to be. That's really what their purpose is to teach people to be pure consciousness, which is just pure love and knowing who you are.
So do I have a light council or a council of I don't know what to call them, wisdom seat holders? Yeah. And Roger and Joe Blow down the street and anybody listening, do we all have access to a council of beings like that?
Absolutely. Everyone has access to the spiritual realms, or any realm, any dimension, any multiverse, any universe, any galaxy. We all have innate abilities to connect with those. Now, whether or not we're open to our innate abilities that connect with those, that's what the question is. You know, do we have fear around that, or do we have belief patterns that hold us back from that, or do we have emotional patterns that are attached to a past life that keeps us from accessing that? Right? So that's where getting into your Akash and saying, oh, what is my belief about that? Is it really my belief, or does that belief belong to someone else? Is it a program that I've been carrying lifetime after lifetime after lifetime? Or is it, you know, something that I created in this lifetime?
And is it serving me?
Right. Is it holding me back from who I really want to be?
Yeah.
Yes, 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 and yes.
Exactly.
And the answer is
yes. Yes.
I was just thinking about this. So you actually work with people. They come to you to access the Akash, right? And you're taking them through a process much like you did Roger and I and the listening audience. Is that right?
Right. So when I teach the Akash, I do this whole process. We first, begin to, and I go through how it's changed, just basically the information that we've given today. And then I teach people how to get in there, and we do all kinds of exercises around it. I also do like Akash readings, or soul readings is what I call them, because sometimes that's a little bit less scary than the Akash.
Yeah.
Especially if we don't have an understanding about that. And so I do readings that, like, literally I just get into your energy and your timelines and see what's happening and what's for your highest good.
And so when people are trying to understand a pattern, a belief, or an addiction, there's really nothing that we can't access. If there's a question that you have about who you are, what you're doing, and what's stopping you from doing what you came to do, it can be answered.
Absolutely. Whether or not you want to receive that information.
Assuming you are asking the question, then I'm guessing you would want the answer? Or?
Well, it depends on the level of fear. So what happens is when I do readings, the light beings that I channel are also healing at the same time, so that you can receive that information. Now, whether or not you do anything with that information, or if it's just wisdom, internal wisdom at that point, it's totally your choice. And they don't ever do anything with that. They just make sure that the channel is open for you to receive it if that's what you choose.
I think the whole world needs to access their Akash. Wouldn't it be a wonderful place?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just your magnificent self is so, there wouldn't be a need for war and disease and all the things that we bring into our experience, perhaps, if everybody knew who they were at the truth level.
Right. And that's, part of the new energy is getting rid of karma, the deaded energy kind of that we've been carrying on for eons, right? And so that's part of the transition, is moving away from that and moving into receiving and being love. Your eternal.
Fabulous.
Fabulous stuff. So, Angela, how can our listeners find you, and what kind of information would you like to let them know about, the work you're doing?
Well, they can find me at my webpage, which is www.angelablaha.com, which is, it went down a couple weeks ago because something wasn't in alignment. And so it's slowly coming back, So not everything is readily available. I also am on Facebook. I write a weekly blog. I have a book that I've written, and did a coloring book last fall, so that was really fun.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, but everything can be found on my webpage or Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it.
Yeah.
Everything goes by Angela Blaha. So
Great.
Which is spelled Blaha.
correct.
Angela, Angela. Angela, you also had an offer that you wanted to pass on to our listeners.
Yes. So if you're listening and you want to access your own Akash, I am going to give away a free 20-minute reading, which is probably going to be way more than what you're expecting it to be. So if you just go onto my webpage and you can access, there's a link there that you can click on and just go into and do the free 20-minute mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll come in through that way. So
Great.
yeah, so you can have a free reading and know what it's like. Then you can move further into it. Woo-hoo.
Thank you.
We're like living proof of how easy it actually really is.
That's
Right.
true.
I mean, we don't have any particular skills about reaching the Akash. I mean, maybe we
What do you do now?
yeah, now we do.
You
we're
did. You just didn't know it.
That's right.
Yeah, you know, there's something to be said about that too. Remembering that we have this access. Thank you so much, Angela, for joining us today on Empower You Media. We've loved having this conversation.
Yes,
I'd like to let you have some final words that maybe you want to pass on to our listeners, and then we will see you again soon, I hope.
Well, thank you, Janet and Roger, so much. This has just been such a pleasure. And for your listeners, don't be afraid of who you are, because in the essence of who you are is just pure love. So be love.
I love it. That's
That's
awesome.
great.
Thank you for that message.
Thanks, Angela.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everybody, for tuning in today, and join us again when next we meet on Empower You Media. Bye,
Bye, everyone.